With cannabis becoming legal in more and more states across the country, there is no doubt an increased demand for the cash crop. With medical and recreational uses becoming widely accepted, we turn to one attorney who's making an impact in a big way, not just in the hemp industry, but as an advocate for health freedom. Joining me now via Skype from his offices in New Jersey is attorney Ralph Fucetola. He's practiced law for 35 years, gaining a reputation as the vitamin lawyer. Today, he consults with natural products companies and is a trustee of the Natural Solutions Foundation and the Institute for Health Research. He credits the Natural Solutions Foundation as given him a wonderful opportunity to have an encore career advocating for health freedom. And right now, they're focused on CBD hemp and on preparing major litigation to stop FDA and FTC censorship of free speech about health and food. Ralph joins us today on the program. Ralph, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Gary. It's a pleasure.
Ralph, you've been an advocate for health freedom for over half a century.
And so we're back here to the issue of free speech. One of the cornerstones of American society, the First Amendment has always been held by our Supreme Court as having a preferred position.
Shifting gears now, tell us about the health freedom litigation in which you're involved.
Well, there's a link between the CBDs and the litigation, because back in September, we received a warning letter from the FDA and FTC together telling us we couldn't say certain things about certain nutrients. And of course, we've been seeking to get the FDA and the FTC in court for a number of years. Back in 2007, we strongly opposed their CAM guidance and stopped that through public pressure. Back in 2009, we were among the leading plaintiffs in the Stop the Shot litigation that was aimed at stopping mandated swine flu vaccines. And of course, it was massive public refusal to accept the shot that actually caused that entire swine flu vaccine panic to end. And of course, it was the pandemic that never was. So we've done these things before, and we've been told by the courts on a number of occasions, hey, you don't have standing to sue. You're not being personally attacked. Well, now we're being personally attacked for telling the public about some government studies and about the nutritional benefits of nutrients. And we now can go to court. So we've been very careful to exhaust our administrative remedies. We've filed, for example, a formal public petition with the FDA asking for the FDA to protect our freedom of speech regarding health and food. And people can go to a tiny URL to actually see that petition. It's tinyurl.com/free health speech. That's the one. And you'll get to an action item where you can send messages to Congress and to your state legislators telling them that you want freedom of choice in health. Now, that's the beginning of it. I'd love to talk a little bit about why we think we can win the health freedom of speech lawsuit. For 100 years, the Supreme Court has been consistent. FDA, FTC cannot compel us to express opinions we don't hold. Congress in '94 passed the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act. They compelled speech. They said every bottle of vitamins shall contain a statement not intended to prescribe, treat, diagnose, cure, mitigate any disease. Well, that's forced opinion. We may or may not hold that opinion. And Congress never had the power to force that on our bottles. But once they did that, the FDA and the FTC felt empowered to censor any speech that didn't meet that standard. And by overturning that portion of the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act, we will free speech about health and food. We will open up the doors to truthful information. And the Supreme Court has said that the federal government has no legitimate interest in stopping people from making what it considers bad decisions with truthful commercial information. And that's what we hope to vindicate again before the Supreme Court.
All right, any last words for the audience today?
Yes, go to www.gofundme.com/free health speech. That's the place to join the hemp health revolution.
All right, Ralph, thanks for joining us today.